Okay, we ready. I had to get in my mode. I was sitting there looking, preparing. Haven't been live in a minute, so I forgot the process before the process. What's up, everybody? It's your boy Doggie Diamonds. Doggie Diamonds TV is the YouTube that you're on right now. Um, this show right now is gonna be educational. A lot of people hit me up asking me how they could break into podcasting, to doing YouTube, to doing interviews, very, different things. So, basically I just wanted to give some information in this show on, well, not how I got started. If you know my story, you know how I got started, but some of the mistakes that I made. And in making these mistakes, I don't want y'all to make some of the mistakes that I made. So let me cut my phones off because people will be calling me in the middle and they'll see that I'm broadcasting. They'll still call me and do all that madness. So what's up, everybody in the chat room? I see you in the chat room. I haven't been online since my born day. I just came on that for that minute. I was actually out enjoying my birthday. So I've actually been working too. So also I want to plug some things before I get into what I want to get into. I have a new show that I'm doing called, it's a battle rap podcast called The Battlecast. So stay tuned for that. The Battlecast, that's coming soon. It's already the my co-host is already picked. I have Shayna Ashley from Queen of the Ring. I have Dutch. He did a lot of work with This Is 50, True Stories Radio. And I also have No Mercy Harlem. He has a battle league that he co-owned called The Trap New York. So we have a battle rap podcast called The Battlecast. Episode 1 is on iTunes right now. You can look up The Battlecast. It's also on radio.com. So episode 1, well, it's a pilot episode that I did, but we recorded a full show with the whole crew. So pay attention to that. That'll be dropping really, really soon. It has its own YouTube. Battlecast Promo is the Twitter. Battlecast Promo is the Instagram. So stay attentive. Pay attention to that because all that is dropping. Yeah. So I just wanted to put that in the universe really, really quick. I'm not on Wired, which I probably should be on Wired. I think I'm just going on Wi-Fi right now. So I hope this doesn't get choppy or anything like that. But so yeah, Battlecast. So just pay attention to that. Battlecast, the Battlecast. Dope, dope, dope. We recorded a smoking show. Then I have another podcast that I'm working on. I can't announce the name of that yet. But also, I wanted to let y'all know, like, it's official. So this was what I've been working on behind the scenes. So I don't want y'all to think I was away, playing games. So I've really been here working. So let me share the screen with you. So if you go to radio.com, this website right here, this was once called CBS. So that's, if you look, you got WFAN, 1010 Wins. A lot of people in the tri-state area, we know about 1010 Wins and WFAN sports radio and different shows like that. Bloomberg, all of these is on this website. So this was once called CBS Radio. Then it became Play.it. That's what Drink Champs was initially on. And also on Rap Radar podcast was on. Then it became Intercom. Now it's radio.com. So if you look up old episodes of Rap Radar shit, it'll be on radio.com. If you look up old episodes of Drink Champs, it'll be on radio.com. So if you go to podcasts, remember I was telling you I had the CBS, situation that I was working on. So if you go to podcasts, you go, you look, and then you could go to D, and you'll see, guess who is on there? Booyah. So I'm officially on radio.com. This was CBS, Play.it, but now it's radio.com. I'm officially on the website. So, that's what I've been working on for the past year. So it's been looking like I've been, not working and doing certain things. No, I've been working behind the scenes, getting these deals done and, making sure everything's right. Yeah, so I'm officially on radio.com. You could go there, check it out. You know what I'm saying? Check out my podcast on radio.com. You can download the app. So that's another thing that I've been working on behind the scenes. Also, I have and just to let y'all know, we even with the Battlecast show, it's actually on the website already too, if I'm not mistaken. So it wouldn't be under B. Maybe it'll be under T. So let's look for that. Because I think it's the Battlecast. So it might be under T. Oh, there we go. Yeah, see the Battlecast, the battle rap podcast that I'm doing. See, the Battlecast is a weekly podcast hosted by Doggie Diamonds that takes you in the inside world of battle rap. So I have to update this and put Shane Ashley name in there, Dutch name in there, and No Mercy. So we're already on, we already on the big leagues. You know what I'm saying? So I did like I said, I did a pilot 2-minute episode to introduce it. Is the show done? So everybody will be able to hear that. I think we're going to drop every Monday. So that means I'm going to end up putting the audio out tonight. So that's some of the things that I've been working on. So again, I didn't want y'all to think that I've been around, not working. You know what I'm saying? So I've been working on a lot of stuff, you know what I'm saying, behind the scenes. And this is what brings me here today. This is what makes me want to do this. This what makes me want to do this today. This what brought me here to let y'all know about some of the mistakes that I made. When I first started this, 2007, I love content. I just wanted content. I just wanted to do dope interviews. I just wanted to do, get content. I didn't. There's so many things I didn't know. I didn't know the market. I knew how to make money off of it. I know how to get money off of it, but I didn't realize the market for things. I didn't realize that some of the relationships that I was trying to harness, or some of the relationships that I thought I had with certain artists, it really didn't mean anything, because if they can't use you, you're useless. And I'm telling y'all this because the new people that's coming in, that's gonna do their podcast, and that's going to, want to do YouTubes and do some of the things that you see me do over the years, or even do now, or even surpass some of the things that I'm doing. I hope that you can. This is some of the mistakes that I made. I thought that when I interviewed somebody, I thought that we was cool. I might have been to their crib. I might have met their children. They might have been to my crib. I thought we was cool. I thought that, by us working together, we had a working relationship. I thought that, I'm in the streets, you in the streets, we cool. And then over the course of the years, I started realizing that I was mistaken. We're not cool. They're not cool with me. They only care about if I'm hot. When I'm not hot, then they're going to go to the next hot thing, whatever the next thing is for the market. Now, what is this market thing you keep talking about? What are you talking about? Why you keep saying that? Well, it's how you make money. We want to say capitalism. We in a capitalist society. It's all about making bread. It's all about making money. It's all about how you can make money. It's all about how you can feed your family. It's all about how you can stunt. People want to stunt. People want to make money so they can buy jewelry, cars, impress women, impress other guys, buy homes, feed their family, feed their children. Me, I loved and love the culture of hip hop. I love the genre. I love it so much. Not saying that I didn't think about money, but I wasn't willing to do certain things for money. Still won't do certain things for money. But everybody's not like me. Everybody didn't have the integrity that I have or that I have. You know what I'm saying? For to not do certain things. They looked at everything like, yo, I got to get this bag. So when you say things like, I got to get that bag, that means anything that you do to get that bag justifies you getting the bag. It doesn't matter what you do. Even if you fuck people over who look out for you, even if I shoot videos for you and then you no longer call me or take my phone call, I just have to just charge it to the game, because I thought by me doing certain things for you, helping you, I thought we were cool. I thought we was family. I thought we was, yo, we gonna win together. That's not true. That's not true. When they win, they won. When you lose, you lost. So I'm saying all this to say, all you people coming into this that's doing what you do, make sure you take care of your interests. Make sure you take care of yourself and what you need to get out of what you're doing. If you do it for the love and it's not about the money, fine. If you're doing it because you're trying to get money and you're trying to feed your family, or you trying to be like one of them, that's on you. I did all I accomplished with none of these bastards that I know helping me. Not a soul. Not a soul. Not one rapper I interviewed. Not one rapper that might have known where I live. Not one rap. They did not help me. They did not help me. They did not help me. None of them. Have I helped them? Yeah, because at one point there wasn't no Instagram. There wasn't no Facebook. There wasn't these things, these tools that you can use to put the camera on yourself. They needed my camera. They needed me to create certain narratives for them in order for them to tell their story. I provided that. And then me providing that, I thought, yo, well, you know, I did right by this individual. So when they get to a certain place, I know they got me. Not true. Everybody's out for themselves. Or whoever's the next best thing in this thing that we're looking at, this thing that we do, that's what they're going to go with. I was a little ahead of my time. For example, I was interviewing gangsters, former drug dealers, drug lords, and all. I was doing that 10 years ago. What I didn't understand was I was doing it on the DVD. DVDs are obsolete now. There's always going to be a market for these stories to be told, because the biggest thing in the market is black people's pain. What's more painful than somebody to talk about how they poisoned the community and what they did to the community? That's always going to be for sale. That's forever. They're gonna Rich Porter us to death. We just gonna hear about that forever. For me, I say, well, I did that. I interviewed AZ in 2009, I believe. So, you know me, when I interview somebody, I'm off it. I'm like, I don't want to do that no more. You know what I'm saying? Not realizing the market is, no, y'all paying this forever. And we going to keep drilling it in y'all head. We going to keep doing this over and over and over and over. And they're going to keep rehashing the stories and keep letting the young dudes think that, well, if he made it, then I could do it. Not knowing that the game is over. That game is over. But we're going to keep telling the stories. And there is some stories that need to be told because there's a lesson in it. So what happens? Now you have this big market, and salute to everybody. I don't want nobody to think I'm dissing anybody, sneak dissing anybody, because I don't have to do that. I am direct. But I'm just saying, now it's a market for these old tales. So now you have 50 Cent doing what? BMF story. Well, we know the BMF story. We seen the DVD. It played out in front of us. But how long Meat's been locked down? So, it's somebody that don't know the BMF story. So what they do, they rehash it. They package it. They sell it all over again. Then I seen him doing the SMM story, sex, money, murder story. I know some of the people personally in there. Many people in New York City know about Pistol Pete. Not everybody know about this. So what they're going to do, they're going to rehash it, package it, and sell it again. And this is what they do in the market. Just like how many Supermans has it been? It done been so many Supermans. Now it's the Man of Steel. He ain't even Superman no more. He's the Man of Steel. He's not even Superman no more. Do you know that they're doing Child's Play over? Literally. They done had Chucky, Chucky 2, the Bride of Chucky, the Kids of Chucky. Chucky Goes to Hollywood. Now they're doing Child's Play all over again. But this is the market. So what I was doing was saying, damn, been there, done that. I'm trying to innovate and doing new things. Nah, these guys is rehashing stuff. I was talking to Rec, because a lot of people say to me, yo, are you and MREC cool or whatever the case? Me, first of all, me and MREC speak every day. So for anybody who want to ask me that, don't ask me that no more. We speak every day about different things. Some of the things you see on his channel, I might say, yo, you should go in this direction. Some of the things you see on my channel, you might see he telling me that I should go in this direction. So me and him is in a very, very good place. And then we're going to explain what happened to Forbes DVD, because what I'm saying right now is relative to all of that too. But on Forbes DVD channel, me and him will explain what happened to us and why you see Doggie Diamonds TV and why you see MREC TV, then you see Forbes DVD, when at one point it was no Doggie Diamonds TV, it was no MREC TV, it was just Forbes DVD. But the mistakes that we made is what forced us to be here today, where we had to do something separate in order to survive and sustain in this business, because we pretty much was getting boxed out by the people who we was helping the most. So they say, you in the game, right? Complex is a big conglomerate, big corporation. More power to them. You in the game for years, putting on the game, putting on for the game. They don't hire you. They don't bring you in. They create new people to be like you. And then these people that they create, they don't have to they don't get held to standards that you get held to. See, now I didn't understand. I was like, yo, why is people doing this? Why is people doing that? Not understanding that it's a market for that. So it became a market to rehash gangster stories and gangster tale. And I've been the market, but it never was on YouTube. It was on DVD. So now they're taking the DVD era, making it digital. I was already doing that. But I felt like I told the story already with certain things, so I'm not retelling that story. Then I paid attention. Yo, bro, some of these stories got to get retold, especially if you were the one who created the story. Because if you don't retell it, somebody going to retell it for you, and they ain't going to go back to the source. So I said, oh, got it. What's the other market? For somebody to have a YouTube, and they want their YouTube to come up. They want their YouTube to get views. They want their YouTube to get liked. They want their YouTube to get subscribers. So what is it that they do? They disrespect everybody on YouTube. They disrespect people who put in more work than them. They disrespect people who might have even been the reason why they on YouTube in the first place. They disrespect people that they're really fans of, but they feel like by being disrespectful, everybody will tune into them now. Because what's the other thing that's the biggest market? Gossip and hatred and beef and trolling. That's the biggest market. So what they do, they create a YouTube. And they just start disrespecting people that you like, why are you going at him? What he dissing him for? Then they start trying to make this whole narrative of why you shouldn't rock with them and you should rock with me. Because all I am is I'm a carbon copy of what they were doing, but I'm going to do what they're doing better than what they was doing, even though they've been doing it longer than me and put in so much work that you should never disrespect them. I would never disrespect Ralph McDaniels. I will always say Ralph McDaniels is the person that made me go in the house. When I was outside in the 90s looking for people to fight, beat up, and all of that, and being a part of everything destructive, when 3:30 was coming, I knew I was going in the house to watch the new videos. This is the only way I could see hip hop. So for that man to have the power to make me and some of my comrades that were young, reckless idiots out in the street go in the house for an hour, I got to tip my cap to that man, because he had the power to take me off the street to where, yo, I'm going in the house. Why? VMB coming on. I got to respect that. So if Doggie Diamonds, if MREC, and some of the other people on YouTube had the power to make you say, yo, I want to be a podcast. I want to do a podcast. Yo, I want to create content. I want to do interviews. How could you ever fix your mouth to disrespect somebody who you want to be like? But I didn't get that. It was a mistake I made. I embraced everybody. You look at some dudes I might even had on the channel. Some of the dudes I bigged up went on to make videos disrespecting me. It's some dudes that asked me for an interview. I went on their channel. They went on to make videos disrespecting me. I didn't know that I wasn't supposed to be cool with everybody. I didn't know I wasn't supposed to show everybody love. Big mistake. I'm thinking, yo, we all in this together. You know what I'm saying? Yo, let's get it. Oh, word, you want to do this? Yo, let me put you on. Let me tell you about the tags in your videos. Let me tell you about the metadata in your videos. I didn't know that dudes was going to eventually be on some turncoat shit. That's what happens. Why are they doing that? Because they figure, yo, he got this, he got this, he got that. I'm going to say his name. I'm going to disrespect him. And if he answer me, then I get his fan base, and now we're going back and forth. You know, when people diss me, I never respond to them. I just don't care. Do your video, do what you got to do. I know what I was working on. I knew that I had to fall back from certain behavior because it was that behavior that kept me like this in this small little confined space, because I'm acting like an idiot when I'm too intelligent for that. What am I vibrating so low for? I know better than a lot of stuff. I know better than that. Mistake I made. I'm ready for war at all times. It's on my arm. 927 is on my arm. So I said, you know what? You making mistakes. You're not understanding what's going on. You want to keep it so real with hip hop. You want to keep it so hip hop. Yo, dudes diss me for interviewing old school rappers, and then they interview old school rappers. So what I'm trying to tell y'all, no, I used to bug out on Twitter. I used to be wild on Twitter. Whoa. My man Mad Slander tell me, yo, you got soft. I used to wild out on Twitter. Facts. I ain't gonna front. The point I'm making is that when you come into this, you know your path, you know what you're doing. Don't let nobody take you off that path. Don't let nobody deter you from that. Any man who has hit me via DM, email, or whatever, pause, because that sounds a little crazy, but any man who has reached out to me and say, yo, I need your help, can you listen to this? I always extend my, yo, I got you. Email me. You want me to hear some beats? I'll listen to them. You want me to hear your song? I'll listen to it. And sadly, that is a mistake, because one of the biggest mistakes you can make is accessibility. Accessibility is your biggest mistake. They feel like because you're accessible, You ain't got nothing going on. You don't got nothing going on. He was just sitting there chilling. I hit him. He picked right up. I emailed him. He answered in like 5 seconds. He must not be doing nothing. Who the hell am I? But it wasn't that I was accessible. It's that I made myself accessible for my people. But the same people you make yourself accessible for is the same people that's like, fuck you. I'm like, why fuck me? I thought we was in this shit together. Big mistake. We not in it together. Many people are in it for themselves. And when they cannot use you, you are useless. Look at my interview catalog. Look at it. Extensive. You name them. I interviewed them. I interviewed so many people. I can name who I didn't interview. I named so many people. Some of the people I interviewed went on and go on to do exactly what I'm doing. And now they're my competition, so-called. Huh? How could they be my competition when I champion them? I want them to win. I help that. But in their mind, they're my competition, or they surpass me, or they're better than me, or I'm getting this bag, or niggas is broke. So, because, you know, we all get put in a category in accordance to what people think money you make. You know, you might ask for a donation and people automatically assume that you're dead ass broke, you're begging. No, I'm not begging. It's just the fact that I'm independent black media. Even though I can have major distribution, I still have to pay for certain things out of my pocket until certain monies come in. So I go crowdfund from the people and my supporters. I shouldn't have to explain that. But sometimes you got to explain shit to dummies over and over again, and maybe one day they'll get it. I had to step back and just really do the knowledge and shit, because I was like, yo, damn, everybody on Instagram making long ass posts about people they hate. You ain't never happy? You ain't never happy? You don't never get up and smile? You ain't never happy? Everything is about some traumatic shit. You got to comment on other people and other people's life? You don't got nothing going on in your life? I didn't get it. I didn't understand it. But then I started realizing, yo, it's a market for that. It's a market for grumpy, angry ass people. It's a market for people getting on YouTube and telling you how much of a shitty day they had. And people gonna watch that. I'm a little bewildered by it. I'm a little like, huh? Y'all really watching this shit? But hey, I can't get mad at the person for creating the content if people gonna watch it. It's a market for people getting up and sitting in front of the camera and saying, fuck all y'all watching me. People click it. It's a market for people getting on the YouTube, disrespecting our elders, our ancestors, different thing. And people are watching it. Hey, what could I say? I mean, I thought that being where I'm from, the cloth that I'm cut from, you don't do certain things, but it's being done. And it's views. And then I might do something I think is so thought-provoking and so, out there for you. And then this individual got 170,000 views to my 2,000 views. And then after a while, it became people say the person is bigger than you and better than you because of the views. I was like, wow, like, I don't want to be in that. I'm not gonna change who I am for the market. Only mistakes that I made was thinking people were down for me that I know are not down for me, was never down for me. They were down for themselves. 2 years ago, I did an interview with a rapper named Bully. He was on D Block. He came to me. Since I got in this, I always rooted for the underdog. Always rooted for the underdog. I always wanted to give a voice to the voiceless. Always wanted to the people who got the untold stories to tell their story. That's what I was known for. That's what people came to me for. Why you think I brought you Max B? Why was I the only one with a Max B interview? I never really paid attention to that. It wasn't 20 Max B interviews. Yeah, Ebro and all these people right now might shout him out and be on his sack, but they know they wasn't fucking with him back then. This is a fact. So, Bully came to me and wanted to tell his story. I let him tell his story. After he told his story, it was an uproar. The people who I'm from my neighborhood hang with Jadakiss. They're around him all the time. You see him. You see Little C's. You see everybody. You see them. You see all of them around him every day. It became a kind of a conflict of interest. One of my OGs was around Kiss all the time too. He called me. Nephew, can you take that footage down? I said, why? He said, it's things going on in Yonkers that don't got nothing to do with you. You from Brooklyn. They don't got nothing to do with you, what happened in Yonkers with them. I don't want you to get involved in that. I tried to explain that it's my job to interview people. I'm not involved. It's just my job to do interviews. That's what I do. He said, I understand, but it's certain thing that's happening in the streets. I don't want you involved in it because they always blame the interviewer. They don't blame the guy what he said in the interview. They blame you for giving him a platform to speak. So under the advice of my OG, I removed the video. This is 2017. It's 2009. I put the video up January 3rd, 2017. For 2 years, that video has been bothering me. Why has the video been bothering me? Why has that video been bothering me? For once in my life, I felt like I took somebody's voice away that I don't know if they lying. I don't know if they telling the truth, but they had a right to say their side. They had a right to tell their story. I took the video down, and it haunts me to this day. Nobody pressured me to take no video. I ain't scared of no fucking rapper. Can't no rapper tell me nothing. Let's just get that, out there. It bothered me. So you know what I said? That was a mistake I made. What was the mistake I made? The mistake I made was I took a video down under the advice of somebody who don't understand what's going on, maybe because somebody gave them information, but the somebody who giving them information don't do nothing for me. Don't help me. Don't do nothing for me. Has been in situations, got many record deals, many things, don't do nothing for me. So you gonna take food out of my mouth, content from my brand, don't replace it with nothing? Huh? Mistake. Big mistake. And I'm only telling you this because some of y'all are going to go through the same thing. Some of y'all gonna go through the same thing in the future. And I'm telling you, do not make the mistakes that I make and that I'm making. So you know what I'm gonna do? To rectify all of that? I'm putting a video out. I'm putting the video out. The video is coming out. The video will be up later on tonight. The full interview will be, audio will be out. The full audio will be out Wednesday on iTunes. Facts. Putting the video out. Why? I cared about how people was going to feel that don't give a fuck about me. Why do I care about how you feel about me and you don't give a fuck about me? Huh? I worry about how somebody gonna mess with me that don't mess with me. Cause you gave me an interview before, that mean you mess with me? No, you never made sure I was okay. None of these rappers never ever picked up the phone and said, yo, you good? How you feeling? Yo, I see you out there working. Salute. Yo, come over here. Yo, we doing this, we doing that. I want you to pull up. No, I don't get that. So I got to create content on my own. I got to figure out a way to feed myself, sustain my brand. Look what I showed y'all earlier. I showed y'all the work that I put in, where it got me at. None of these niggas helped me with that. So why do I owe you anything? What, you not going to talk to me no more? You don't talk to me now. You don't talk to me now. When you get in this content, people, get your content. Star used to say, he still said, another big homie, another dude who really showed me the way on many things. Just, from giving me game. Star has given me game. Call me on the phone and give me game. That's why I always respect him. Star always say, friend to none of you niggas. And I used to be like, how you gonna say friend to none of you niggas? I thought he was niggas' friend. No. These niggas ain't your friend. These niggas ain't your friend. I'm busting my ass, getting what I'm getting, achieving what I'm achieving, and people sitting here watching you, trying to stay above water while they champion other niggas. It might even be a nigga who disrespected you, and they sit there and help him. But don't help you, but then try to poison people to tell them why you shouldn't do something, or that don't fit your criteria. You get too much respect in the streets for certain things. Now, look how big Academic is. What street did he work on? What street did he walk on? What street work did he put in? They'll all go sit before him, right? They'll all go sit before him. They all bow down to him. They call his phone. He's sitting there playing the video game. They call his phone. He didn't have to put in no street work. He didn't have to do nothing. But Doggie Diamonds, you too street, man. You can't be doing certain shit. That's not street. That's not gangster. So you stay that street, ignorant, gangster, unsuccessful in accordance to, you're not on Complex, you're not on Power 105, you're not on Hot 97, you're not on Sirius. This is what they put in, whether you're successful or not. And the funny shit is that we're all on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? So how is anybody successful because you're here, and everybody come back to YouTube anyway? If they're not telling you, no. Take this quote. Two quotes that I gave y'all tonight. If they can't use you, you're useless. And if they're not feeding you, how they gonna tell you how to eat and what to eat? Think about that. They never made sure you had toilet tissue. Never made sure you did anything to do anything to get there. But they want to tell you what you shouldn't be doing. Or what's not real. Or, yo, that's not some street shit. Yo. I'm watching my Instagram timeline. I'm watching YouTube. And everybody's talking about snitching. This person's a rat. This person's a snitch. That's that's like the new fad things going on. It's been going on for years, but it's really, really more prevalent right now based off of what happened to Tekashi 6ix9ine. Everybody's talking about snitching. Ratting. Who's a rat? Who's a snitch? Now, the sad thing about that is that no matter how we feel about that, no matter how foul it is, unfortunately, there is a market for that. There's a market for snitches. Think about that. Goodfellas was what? What was Goodfellas about? Goodfellas was about a snitch. Donnie Brasco. Paid in Full. I could keep going on and on. Deep Cover. White Boy Rick. What's the movie with LL Cool J? In Too Deep. There you go. Thank you, Low Culture TV. So, no matter how much we talk about them, no matter how foul they are, no matter what they do, American Gangster, and I actually interviewed Frank Lucas too. There's a market for that. And this is what I'm saying. Not understanding the market of trying to keep it so this way. The market is calling for certain things. Oh yeah, Nino Brown snitched too. The market is calling for certain things, and that's what's happening. That's what's happening right now. There is a market for snitches. You can snitch right now and get a book deal. You can snitch right now and get a movie deal. So no matter how bad, no matter how much we talk about snitching, they reward snitches. To where people are saying, it ain't that bad to do that. Think how crazy this is. Good night. Think how crazy that is. So at the end of it all, not understanding the market, not understanding what's going on in certain markets is the mistakes that I made because I was so busy trying to keep it real with people who never kept it real with me. Never. Big mistake. So, yeah, I just had to just spill that really quick. I ain't been live in a minute. I had to just, give y'all that and just let y'all know, some of the biggest mistakes that I made. Shout out to everybody who been riding with me, supporting me. You know what I'm saying? Over these years, long ride, so many things going on in my life, personal, private. And we man, listen, when I'm telling you what we working on and some of the things that's done already is done. Now I get to give you that True Master interview. Now I get to give you some of these interviews that I've been holding for these specific reasons. I didn't want to just put it out like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why you keep saying stuff about uh you know Star. You know, I bigged up Star plenty of times. Star is the big homie. It is what it is. But shout out to everybody in the chat room. I see y'all. Don't think that I'm ignoring y'all. Sometimes I just like to stay on my course and on my topic, and when I go, I go. You know what I'm saying? And if I pay attention to the chat, sometimes I get a little off kilter and off track. So shout out to everybody in the UK. Shout out to everybody in Canada. Shout out to people overseas. Shout out to everybody who supports. And if y'all don't mind, I got the phone lines open, so I don't know if y'all want to call in. I know y'all ain't talked to me in a while, so let's do the phones for like 10 minutes. You know what I'm saying? So if you want to call in, you can. Let's do the phones for like 10 minutes. You see the number up there, 718-577-1346. Call in. You know what I'm saying? I want to talk to y'all. I ain't talked to y'all in a long time. I haven't been live in a minute. So call in. You know what I'm saying? If you want. If not, I'm gonna shut it down. I got the interview to put it out. You know what I'm saying? But I shouldn't have to, be held to certain standards of who I'm interviewing and what I'm gonna interview or whatever the case may be based off of what people say. And again, when people are not feeding you, they can't tell you how to eat. Do you respect Star as a journalist or as a person? Because he's not a good dude morally. I respect Star in all facets because Star is somebody that was here before me doing what I'm doing before me. I can't judge somebody morals and I do immoral stuff too. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't, Star's giving me information that he didn't have to give me. So sometimes you have to respect people who show you love and give you information. All right, we got a caller. Let me take this call. What's up? You on the line with Doggie Diamonds. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Hey, Doggie, what up, man? This is Minnesota.
Oh, what's going on, homie? What's the word?
Man, everything is good, man. I just caught the end of your show. I don't even know what the subject was about, but I was just checking in, man. What's good?
I'm chilling, man. I was just talking about some of the mistakes that I made in this game and how they could have hurt me, and then how I'm rectifying a lot of stuff. As you know firsthand too, how you come into this business and you so busy trying to keep it real and be everybody's friend, you realize that that's not reality. You know what I'm saying? You got to do what you got to do to survive in this, because when you destitute and hungry, nobody cares if you eat. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
that's true. But hey, look, the only thing I could say to add on to that is, you are a journalist, and the journalist's job is to cover the story.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So urban journalism is a little dangerous. I'm really sitting back looking at all this YouTube shit, and I hope that nobody hurts nobody.
Mm-hmm.
But hey man, look, I'm with you, Doggie. That's all I can say, man.
If people don't know who this is Minnesota. Super producer Minnesota. He's gonna be humble and modest about it, but this is the guy who did all the score and all the music for Def Poetry Jam, right or wrong?
Yes, sir. For Def Poetry Jam for 5 seasons. Stuff with Most Def.
Yes.
Six joints on New Danger album. A few after that, and I took a break from producing, but I'm coming back with it now.
And let's not forget the great Big Pun, Not a Player, the original.
Right. Think big for Biggie Smalls.
Yeah. So
I'm getting back to it, man.
When I say Big Pun, I'm talking about You're My Darling. I'm not a player. I'm just the first one with the OJs in the video. This man on the phone did that, and me and this guy sometimes might sit on the phone for like 4 hours and don't even realize it. So yeah, this is one of the
build, man.
Yeah, just build.
Definitely build.
Build. So this is one of my comrades, you know what I'm saying, Minnesota. Very,
hey,
very
yo, Doug, you know what I was gonna say to add to what you was initially saying? In any person's works, whether it be Malcolm X, whether it be Phil you're not going to be right all the time. There's nobody that was right all the time because that's the human flaw. You know what I'm saying? So a person can't be right every time. We try to get it right, but it's not going to be right all the time. So I don't think anybody should be looking at anybody to be correct all the time. Mistakes come with the territory. Mistakes come with the road. Bumps come with the road.
Yeah, that's how you live and learn. You know what I'm saying? That's how you live and learn. I just think we're held to every, you know how we do our people, every mistake. People on you. Yo, you said yesterday that. You know, it's like there's no room for error with our people. You know that.
Well, that's, I mean, we trained. We going to fuck each other up. We trained to do that.
Yeah. All right, so yo, when you ready, because I was just talking about earlier how that SMM show is allegedly coming. You know what I'm saying? So I know.
Hey, you know what? You know what, Doggie, and I have to just elaborate on it. 50 hooked up with a real good guy from the neighborhood, right? And the guy is really, he's really one of the good guys from the neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? He's strong in the neighborhood, whatever the case may be. And the only thing, though, the guy is young. You know what I'm saying? So, at some point, I don't know what's going on. I don't know. When you speak of sex, money, and murder, you have shit, man. Just in Soundview alone, you got so many people that were a part of that. People who told, people who didn't tell, and that we were there for all of that shit. You know what I'm saying? We were there for all of that shit. And, the only thing, my only 2 cents that I will add to it, if somebody like 50 Cent is listening, is you can't do a sex, money, and murder story without doing the Enterprise story. Now, that's going to sound crazy. People don't know what the Enterprise is, but the Enterprise was Nicky Bond's Murder Inc. crew. Nicky Bonds had a cleanup crew. And the leader of the cleanup crew was Peter's father. So the fruit doesn't fall far from the tree. Pistol Pete's story starts in the 60s and the 70s. It ends in his father was in federal prison for years. His father is a very respected man in the underworld, period, in America. You know what I'm saying? So you can't sit there and do a sex, money, murder story without doing. I mean, it's a hell of a story because he got it from his dad.
Yeah. It was in his DNA.
You know what I'm saying? So then you get to do the story about his father, and it's time to do stories about men that held themselves to the code, because everybody's letting go right now. Everybody's looking for a way out when they get in trouble. And one thing I could say about Pete, being his friend, was he accepted the consequences way ahead of time. Like, if they burn me, they burn me, whether it be the funeral parlor or jail. You know what I mean? And then, at the same time, he was a kid.
Yeah. When you look back,
his run, that was the beginning of the short runs, because the run was from 14 to 19.
14. Damn.
14 to 19. All this shit took place.
Wow.
This was a teenager. You know what I'm saying? This was a teenager. You know what I'm saying? So like you say, he was very smart, but I guess he just took murder unconditionally.
Yeah.
That was the flaw, because he was a very good hustler. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's it, man. That's
Hey, you gave me a great segment. I'm gonna have to break this up and put that out there, like, because not too many people have that personal insight on Pete.
Right.
A lot of people talk about him. We hear you get Peter roll. We hear the slang. We hear the slogans coming from it, but not too many people really know Pete.
Well, there's a lot of things with that thing, because we was there before Sex, Money, and Murder turned red.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? So it was a group of guys from the neighborhood that just wasn't having it. It was really like, yo, we're young. You're not going to push us over. You're not going to bully us, and we're going to go all the way. That's what it was about. It wasn't about, yo, I'm just taking random people's lives. You a gangster. I'm a gangster. You fucking with me. Let's go. You know what I'm saying? So that was the only street justification to a perception of looking at it.
Yeah,
You know
man.
what I'm saying?
Y'all was
And
y'all was
on
worse
all
than us.
sides.
Y'all was worse than us in Brooklyn to me, man. The Bronx, y'all was just heartless, man.
Well,
Like,
you know what, Brooklyn. let me tell you something. Something that I will say about noticing the different cultures is Brooklyn has morals. You know, to me, Brooklyn is like, yo, I'm tough. I'm taking your shit. You got some shit. I'm taking it.
mm-hmm.
That's always been the game out here. That's nothing new. But in the Bronx, we got the lunatics.
Mm.
You know, it's just a different culture. It's not that we're tougher. You're gonna see rarer crimes coming out of the Bronx. Brooklyn is one way. I'm gonna fuck you up. I'm gonna shoot you. I'm gonna stab you. The Jamaicans is arguing. Niggas is mad. Niggas is working out in the park. In the Bronx, we got out of shape gangsters, 300-pound niggas that'll shoot you. It'd be a nigga like Little Pee Wee. He's a homicidal maniac. He's killing everybody in the project, and people don't even know it's him because he looks like Poindexter.
Yeah, look how they did
You know
Junior. Look how they did Junior. Like, damn, like, and that Junior story is probably not even. That's the one that got documented. You know what I'm saying? That's all the time. You know, damn.
Yeah. So coming up in that environment, you know, people like you know, and to be honest, when Peter went to jail, he left us with 18 killers on the corner. It wasn't just him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you I'm talking about some tough motherfuckers, gangsters. Some of them ended up rolling when they got pinched. Some of them stood, but I'm talking about that's not an easy feeling when you know you living next door to Boo Boo and Boo Boo and killed 4 people. You don't know what's going through Boo Boo mind. You got to be sharp, steady, and thorough to deal with that shit.
How many years did Pistol Pete get again?
Life plus 105.
So that means he's never going to see the daylight again. What they're trying to date.
Yo, listen. You know. One of the things about his case is in a nasty second attempt, they had a gang member bring his mother some money, $40, and they wanted to bring his mother to jail, and that's when Pete hopped on the life sentence. He said, before my mother ever has to do 1 second in jail, get rid of me. You know what I'm saying? So in essence, it's things like that. And you know, I have to say this. You know, I see a lot of older men following a young boy's doctrine.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure the way his mind was working and how smart he was fucking vegan.
Back then?
You know what I'm saying? I would have to say that a lot of things would have been done differently. A lot of things would have been done differently. You know, I think a lot of the problems he caught was because he appeared to be a regular guy that was cool. He dressed nice. He wore nice jewelry. He wore nice clothes. He drove nice cars. And you would be like, if say he was driving on Mother Gaston with the top down, niggas would be like, who this chump at the light? Yo, we taking that.
Mm-hmm.
And you would be in for the firefight of your life.
Damn.
Because that was the wolf. He just was a young, pretty wolf. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
As the ones of us that know him personally, our nickname for him was Danger Mouse and the Gorgeous Gangster, the Double G. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it's just shit like that, man. But, you know, I think it's good for the region because, you know, Soundview, Castle Hill, Bronxdale, Monroe, Academy Gardens, Jamie Towers, Lafayette, Colgate, Boynton, Story, this area, Sackwarn, Classen Point, this area is like East New York, Brownsville.
Yeah.
It's besides Webster and Washington, it's the other worst section of the Bronx, and there's like no human stimulation over there. In the Bronx, we don't got nothing. What we got? We got Yankee Stadium. You know what I'm saying? We got the zoo. What the fuck is that?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you know, the thing about my area is if a nigga comes out of my area rapping, then everybody wants to rap. If he wins.
Yeah.
If a nigga comes out of my area killing, it's a real influential area where if you make it doing this, everybody's gonna fuck with that. So when Pete rose to the top as a killer, the fucking whole area. It was already dangerous. They assumed that posture.
So, let me ask you something. Who does anybody speak to Pete in these days and time? Does he have contact with anybody?
Well, I would say in these days and times, you know, it's really his mother
and
his son. You know, It's really his mother and his son. I haven't spoken to him. I haven't had the correlation. I haven't spoken to Peter in 15 years.
Damn.
But I speak through his mother.
Got you.
You know what I'm saying? So his mother will be like, damn, like, Peter will be like, damn, man, Minnie still calls. You know what I'm saying? He still reaches out. You know, I always reach out on his birthday, speak to his mother on October 3rd. You know what I mean?
So let me ask you something. Do you think and this is big, and I think this is I think if they do this SMM thing right, it can be a lesson. That's what I hope to come from it. I just don't want the glorification of something.
You got to understand, like, you got to understand this, like, there's niggas that I've bumped into in the street that are rats on that case. That were like, yo, man, can you get me to speak to somebody because I don't want the kids to go the way that I went. Can I get in an interview with Feds Magazine? Because my friend owns Fed Magazine, a guy I went to high school with, and they're like, yo, I need an outlet. So just, you know, I didn't did everything. I didn't kill 6 people, but I want to get these demons off me. You know what I mean? So, you know, just in essence, man, listen, you know.
Yeah, bring them through. Nah, I think I need that. So, you know, we'll talk behind the scenes.
Let me tell you something about the streets, man. There, you know, obviously at some point in life, I wasn't always a producer.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And, you know, I think that the streets rags black men out. Like, the streets really, like, when you out there, you getting dogged out. You think you winning, but you're actually getting dogged out because we're not looking at the fact that on the back end, who the fuck comes out with the mansion? Who comes out with the money?
Yeah,
you know what the fuck you got to go through to get $300,000 in the street in comparison to getting in the music industry? That's why I look at these young kids now like, y'all niggas made it.
Yeah, why you running?
What the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, why you going back? Yeah.
What was going through your mind? Like, I just looked at the video of the kid from Chicago come through and shoot his friends out the car.
Yeah.
And it's like, yo, like, nigga, you made it.
Yeah.
You getting 20,000 a show, 25,000 a show. Like, you know what I'm saying? People are not understanding, like, nigga, you made it. Like, even down to the 6ix9ine thing.
Yeah. Yeah, we sidebar about that. I don't really talk about that on my platform for different reasons. Yeah. But I get what you're saying.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
I wanted to ask you something about with Pete though. Yeah. Do you think that he could that he's like a martyr for the hood, and he's like a martyr for a lot of people with that red on from your area? Do you think he could give word back to the hood for certain things to calm down or for change, and you think they will listen?
Well, you know what? I would say this, right? I would say this. The way the street works individually. And Soundview niggas is the equivalent of Brownsville and East New York niggas. And it ain't like Larry Hoover could come home and tell Chicago to chill right now. The only thing that the streets respect is the whip. Like, when a nigga's in the game and you giving them some jewels, experience will get a nigga out the game. Niggas usually get out the game when they get shot, they get locked up, they get stabbed, or they get to the funeral parlor. It's that harsh experience that you got to get on yourself. A nigga walk up on you, shoot you in your head, you survive that, where you like, yo, I'm taking it easy. I'm not living like that no more. So it's no man's words that can help nobody out here. It's really experience. Because I would say this, I don't think people do the same shit. Knowing how smart he was. You got to remember, this was a teenager, and his run was from 14 to 19 years old. This was a teenager.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It was a teenager. And come on, man. You know, as a man, your mind start developing really, like, you really start getting your shit together 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29.
Yeah, I was going to
That's
say, like, it probably was like 27 for me. I mean, I had knowledge of self,
right.
but the hood was like, man, forget that knowledge. You better get this money.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Especially coming out of certain environments. Like, Soundview is an environment where we have a few hustlers and a lot of tough niggas.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And you know, I guess if anybody's out there listening, the only thing I can say to anybody coming up in the rap game, what you got to understand, if you're a rapper or you're in the rap game, you got a crew, you are the new drug gang to the feds. The second you put a video out, you are under the microscope. The second you got 10,000 people checking for you, you're under investigation. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, by observation, when I look at it, all they doing is jamming rap groups now. Jamming rappers, jamming rap groups. This nigga did this, this nigga did that. So that means that they're looking at rappers as an entity of crime because they want to get you before you legitimize.
Yeah.
You think that niggas is happy with the success that a guy like Jay-Z came up with coming from the street? The way the white people look at it is like, yo, the nigga wasn't supposed to make it out of Marcy.
Yeah, yeah. And
how the fuck did we let a nigga become a how did we let a nigga
become a billionaire?
become a billionaire?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So in essence, when you look at that, that's what all this shit is about.
Do you know?
You understand how white people?
You know, it's funny to touch on the 6ix9ine situation really quick. Pause. I was talking about the market and how there's a market for a lot of things.
Right.
6ix9ine realized it was a market for gang culture and violence, and them folks help him market it. And them higher uppers, they funded it. They knew he wasn't really certain things. They knew he wasn't down really. They knew that, but it was able to make money. And see, us not understanding markets, we be so worried about keeping it real and not doing certain things. Certain people don't care. They just like, yo, it's gonna make money. Give him the biggest red flag we could find and let him run with it. And I'm not talking about the dudes on the street. I'm talking about dudes in them corporate offices because they finance it.
Well, you know what? One of my childhood friends from Soundview is a real deal heavy in the music industry.
Mm-hmm.
And when I was producing, I went to see him one day. He introduced me to his boss. And, my friend's name is Sean Pecos. When he had introduced me to his boss, he was at, I think he might have been at Universal or Def Jam at this time. And when he had introduced me to his boss is one of the guys with the slick hats, right?
Mm-hmm.
And, so in the Uptown, we call them big hats. In Brooklyn, y'all call them little hats or some shit like
small
that,
hats,
right?
Small hats.
When I sat there and I looked at him after he greeted me, I had like caught a chill, and I was like, yo, he knows. And what I mean by that is you own Universal, I own Geffen, you own Interscope. We go to our private parties, and we get to say, yo, we want the music to sound and feel like this.
Mm-hmm.
So it's by choice that we have a prison to pipeline music.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So that shit is a choice from people that don't really have much to do with our oil. And what I mean by our oil is, this is the only thing that grows in our brains that we could come out and make millions of dollars off of. So this is our fucking oil, and we got to treat it like the Arabs.
Mm-hmm.
There got to be some respect for some shit that could take you from the street to the corporate office.
Mm-hmm.
You was just shooting niggas 2 years ago. Now you're going to walk in somebody's office and they're going to front you $500,000? You know what the fuck you got to go through in the street to get $500,000?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And to make it so bad, half of them are not really that talented when it comes to the traditional way of making good music. It's more like
well,
go ahead.
Well, when you think about it, right? What's smart, right? Am I gonna put $5 million in Grand Poobah's hands or Rakim's hands, or am I gonna put it in the 20-year-old kid from Chicago who's on pills, he's smoking dope, he's talking Bentley and fucking bitches? I'm gonna give that money to him. Because all my people got to do is follow him, and we're going to take it all back. We're going to get him in the jewelry shop. We're going to stick him up. We're going to get him in the car dealer. We're going to stick the nigga up.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
We're going to get that nigga in the fur store. We're going to stick him up. We're going to get him in the strip club. We're going to stick him up.
And I'm going to take him to my lawyer, and my lawyer going to stick him up. Wow.
We're going to stick him up. I'm going to sell this 18-year-old kid. I'm going to sell him $50 bottles of Hennessy for $350. He's going to buy 6 of them every night he goes out with his 20-man entourage.
Wow.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So the concept is, all right, if I put this $5-10 million in Grand Poobah Rakim's in, they're going to take this money and flip it in the music industry and outside. They're going to buy properties. No, that's creating wealth.
Yeah.
If I give it to this young kid who doesn't have no guidance and he's a gang member,
he's going to give it back.
He's going to be broken. He's going to be broken 10 years. Nobody's going to remember him. He's going to be broke in 2 years.
He's going to give me his publishing back because I'm going to give him more money. He's going to give me the publishing back. He's going to sell me the publishing. Right. He's going to go into a 360. We're gonna get him locked up. We're going to get our attorneys, and he's going to have to pay a crazy attorney fee, but they still keeping the money in-house.
Right. There's a higher risk factor with this kid. So if you go back to Bobby Shmurda.
Uh-huh.
And you look at how he was picked.
Yeah.
This was a random. Now, if you look at it, he was a random kid from Brooklyn. Because I'm the biggest conspiracy theorist, so let's go.
Yeah.
But the nigga was picked. It wasn't like he was auditioning. They took his song, blew his fucking song up, and then he got indicted. So the way I think sometimes when you have organized brotherhoods and shit like that, certain shit is pre-planned. Like, we got this kid in our sights. He's rapping. Let's take his song. Let's blow him up. Let's take him down. And that will be the beginning of making it acceptable to go after rap groups that are gang members that are rapping.
Rod Diggs. They took Rod Diggs down from his lyrics.
Right.
Free Rod Diggs.
Exactly.
Yep.
Right. And I like this stuff. And I didn't even know that was your folks. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I'm fucking looking at his videos like, oh, this is the next guy out of Brooklyn.
Yeah,
pushing BMWs, dressed nice. You know what I'm saying?
He remind me, even though he was older, but his stature, he reminded me of Pete a lot too. Like, they look similar. You know what I'm saying? They look like they from, they just had the same, even though Rod Diggs was a little older than Pete was. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, you could just see the strength of a man when he speaks and he commands the room and he has knowledge of self at the same time. He's really, really dangerous. Because when he talking about George Jackson and he talk about the Soledad brothers and all, they're like, whoa. How does he know that? He ain't supposed to know that.
Right.
How could we get him?
Right.
And then sometimes, unfortunately, we say things that we forget when keeping it too real goes wrong, and speculation and putting things together and then dealing with them rats and them snitches and people that's right next to you that's there to take you down. It's a tough game. You know what I'm saying? That's why I be by myself. You know what I'm saying? I can't tell on myself. I can't tell on myself.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I never tell on myself. And I don't know nobody else's business. So I don't know nothing. Right. I don't want to know nothing. Don't call my phone with it. I don't even want to hear it. You know what I'm saying? But
right.
Right.
Go ahead. In essence, that's the mindset of a man who's been through some things.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna let you trick me out of my fucking freedom.
Hell no. I don't even want to know. If you get on my phone and talk crazy, it scares me because they might be listening to us and then tell me what I heard.
I'm hanging up.
Yeah, because they go.
I'm hanging up, doggy.
Yeah.
I'm hanging up.
Yeah. So let's build later on. You know what I'm saying? Let's build later on. And definitely when you get some things musically happening, a little bit more stable and steady. We definitely got to take them through the history of who you are, what you did. We gave them a little bit, but
Right.
Let's give them more. So Minnesota, is always a pleasure talking to you, bro. We build later
on. All right,
on.
home team, man. Anytime.
Yes,
anytime,
sir.
Man.
All right, peace.
All right, man. One.
Yeah. Yeah, that just sporadically happened, when you're real people checking in on you and calling. This is yo, I speak to so many individuals. This type of conversations that I like to have with people where it's elevating. When we really talking about stuff, comparing notes, and just somebody just giving me game and me being able to sop it in and give it to y'all. So a lot of things that I learned, that I know, comes from individuals that are intelligent. I don't always like to be the most intelligent person in the room or the most intelligent person on the phone either. You can't learn like that. So yeah. Long story short, I'm gonna end this with this. Stay tuned for that bully interview. The full audio will be out Wednesday on iTunes, radio.com. All the links to everything I do is in the description box. Always remember that. You can find any link that you want, whether you're looking for me on social media, whether you're looking for me to advertise, whether you're looking for me on anything. All those links will always be in the description box of every video that I do. If you want to donate, those links are in the description box. It is what it is. I'm Doggie Diamonds. Piece of that interview coming back out tomorrow. Full audio only coming out Wednesday on iTunes. Digital Soapbox is the network. They ain't want to sign me, so I signed myself and others. That's what it is. I thank y'all for all y'all support. Now it's time for the cartoon to take us out of here. Y'all have a good night. Peace. Make sure y'all subscribe. If you subscribe, make sure you hit that bell. If you thumbs up the video. We out of here. You are now watching Doggie Diamonds TV. Make sure you subscribe to this channel. Also, you want to hit the bell so you can get all notifications of when I'm going live or when I upload new content. And don't forget to like, share, and leave a comment on this channel. Peace.